am back with another decluttering video today. So last week I shared with you my kitchen cabinet declutter part 1. Now normally this would be part 2, but I'm actually going to work out of order because I think I might need to clean out the pantry first in case I need those shelves. I'm really not sure right now if I'm gonna need those shelves. I might wanna move some of the things that are in here in the pantry, and then maybe some of those things in here. So I'm gonna do the seasonal decorations today. We're gonna declutter all of that, and I would like to get them moved to the attic. So it might be that type of thing to where I don't have bins today, but I just move it all into the office sectioned out. And then once I get tubs, I can put them in the attic, because really the seasonal decorations, it was a good idea in theory, but you guys, I don't pull for those like Valentine's Day. I'm only going to use those one time a year. So why am I using that valuable real estate for things that I'm only pulling for once a year? So I think those need to go in the attic, even though I was not wanting to put things in my attic, and then put things that I need and use the most often in the pantry. So we're gonna do the seasonal decorations today. I'm gonna walk you in there and I'm gonna show you why I think it needs to be cleaned out too, because it's a mess. I have stuff on the floor, it's unorganized, and so forth. So this is my pantry. I need to go through here and clean it out, but here is one reason why I'm skipping the part 2 of the cabinets to come to this. For one reason. Do you see this down here? You guys, that is a mess. That is all my reusable grocery totes. That needs to go somewhere. That looks horrible. So that needs to go somewhere. I've got several other things that need to be put places. Look up here. This stuff is just piled up here. So I have to move this in order to get to the knives. So these things that are sitting on this side that are, oops, I just hit something. So these things that are sitting on this side, just kind of shoved up here, could be moved behind this door here. That is where the seasonal decorations are. And it would probably make it to where all of this was not crammed in here like it is. So, oh, let me mention this too. So last week, if you watched my part 1 of my cabinet declutter, if you haven't, I'm putting a card above. I took out some lids. These are basically the athletic top cups and the lids. So some of those things you may have been wondering, where did those go? They went here. So anything that's like for sports or that doesn't fit in the cabinet goes here. And then I have all the lids that go with those cups and tumblers in this basket right here. These were not purchased. They came from the attic. I have a stash, like I told you, full of extra storage items. Okay, I don't even know if I can get all the way back here. So this is what the back of this pantry looks like. So you guys, like, that's food right there for Kate's birthday. And y'all, it's just, it was a great idea in theory, but look down here. So I would love to put my mixer somewhere. It's off the floor. This right here, this little 31 Gifts utility tote is full of stuff that we're taking to the beach. Leftover silverware or plasticware and plates and things from Christmas parties and birthday parties. So we won't have to buy those things for the beach. That doesn't need to be sitting on the floor. I don't even know what that is over there. So all of these, I can tell you Valentine's Day, I haven't decorated for Valentine's Day in the last 2 or 3 years. Same thing for St. Patrick's Day. Spring, summer, haven't decorated. Halloween. So the only things I really need that are back here are, I think Christmas isn't even back here. So these items up here, I don't know if I'll keep those up there, if I will move those to the office closet, because that's the stuff that we are keeping after I went through the Christmas stuff. So that's keep stuff. I don't know if I'll move it or not. It'll probably get moved out just so I can see what I've got going on. I have no idea what's in these tubs. Like, absolutely no idea. So we're going to pull everything out, section it off. We're going to make piles of get rid of, keep, and maybe. So this is probably going to be a big undertaking. Okay, so everything has been brought out here, and I'm trying to keep it in this one area. And probably what we're gonna do is just take it box or bin by bin. These are all of the Sterilite Ultra Deep baskets that I absolutely love. So before we get to this, I want to show you what the pantry looks like, and I kind of want to get those bags on the floor taken care of before we do anything else. Okay, this is about as far out as I'm going to get. So I've got all of the shelves cleaned off, and I used my Dawn and Vinegar mixture to wipe down each one of the shelves. I didn't record that because this space is so tight. I've got my vacuum cleaner out, and I did vacuum down here. And you guys, I think what I'm about to do first thing is take those paint buckets and probably put them above the cabinets in the laundry room, because why am I keeping paint buckets in the food pantry? That's insane. So I need to take care of that. And the mixer, I don't really want it on the floor. I want it on a shelf, but the problem is it's huge. I use it pretty often. I don't think there is a cabinet that it will fit in the kitchen, because I was going to put it in that one appliance cabinet, but it was not tall. It was too tall actually to fit in there, so I may just pull it out for right now and figure out what I'm going to do once we start this entire reorganizing process and put things back in here. So what I want to do right now is pull all of these out, and I would like to see if there's a bin or a bucket or something like that I can keep those in on one of these shelves here, because I use them pretty often, but I can't even tell you right now what is even down here, because that just looks like a hot mess. Okay, now I see why you don't leave piles of stuff laying in the floor. So all of these are fixing to be put in some kind of tub, I don't know, with a lid. I may need to actually put them in a tub with a lid, and I have one outside. Because, do y'all see these two fire extinguishers? I had a spider with 2 sacks of babies on them. Yes, and the reason I did not know they were there is because I had all of these piles of bags right here. So that is a big no-no. So I'm going to have to pull those out. I may wait for my husband to get here to help me, because there's a big old spider back there. I'm just going to like flip out. So that is a big no-no. So make sure you don't have piles of bags on the floor, so you don't have spiders hanging out and making babies in your pantry. Okay, so what I'm about to do is I am just going to take, I guess, box by box, and I'm going to take it into the office, and I'm going to pull everything out, section everything out, Halloween, Valentine's Day, etc. Things I'm keeping and things I am going to get rid of. So we're just going to do this one box and bin at a time, because I think that's probably the easiest way to do it.
You dry. Do you know I'm looking, and I can't help but smile? Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on. I put my...
Holiday number 1 is now gone through, and I will tell you that I went to the attic and I got a tub, moved some things around and found a tub. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to hot glue one of these to the front of it that I was using on the little Sterilite baskets in the pantry. So everything fits in one tub, and here is why. Because some of the items I didn't want to put in the attic, so they will go back in the pantry. Now I've got already 4 empty Sterilite baskets that I can use other places, maybe still in the pantry, we will see. But these items will go back into the pantry because I don't want to store them in the attic. I'm not sure how Funkos would last if you put them in the attic. I don't want to risk it. And then I've got my Dracula Mickey, my Jim Shore piece that I got. This, I haven't even opened it yet because it was on back order. It is the Jack Skellington Scentsy. It was on back order when I ordered it, and I didn't even get it till I think it was like January. So I will use that next year for Christmas. And then I have these that I got this year too, which are the Mickey candle holders, I guess is what you'll call it. So I don't know where the bottom is to that. I don't know what happened to it, so I'm just going to box all these up. That's the same thing, and all of that will go back in the pantry on that top shelf. Then this is my box that I'm going to be donating. So in here I have got these, you guys, are little pumpkins. I have had these for probably before I even got married. I move them everywhere and I never use them. So they're going. I've got a fall tea towel, I guess you'd say, or kitchen towel, and then I have a bowl for Halloween. So all of that is going to get donated. I don't have anything to sell for this set. So what I'm going to do right now is get all of this stuff that put in the attic, and then my hat, I think I'm just going to put it in a bag and put it on top of the box in the attic. I'm going to get all of this put up, and then I think I'm going to move to the holidays that I don't decorate for, because that should be easy to declutter. Like Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, spring, and summer. Okay, so I think I've gone through about 4 tubs. I've got all of the tubs there. So I've got a few things I'm going to keep, and those are right here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean out one of the tubs here, because y'all, that's not even enough to put into the attic. I'm going to clean one of the tubs out. I'm going to put in all of this stuff that I'm keeping, which will be enough for one tub. That's it. So I just broke down 4 or 5 into one. This is my box of donations so far. And then this is my pile of possibly selling, if not selling, donating. So I'm going to list all of those fabric birds together. Some of them are back from like 2017. So all in excellent condition. And I've got even more bags there. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to get one of these baskets cleaned out, and I'm going to get all of this stuff put in there, organized out, put that in the pantry, and decide what I'm going to do about that pile back there. Perfect. Everything fit in one of the Sterilite baskets. And if I can find these through Walmart or Target, I will link them in the description below. I think at the time I purchased these, I got 6 for like $27. I've had them for probably 6 or 7 years, so I'm not sure if they're that cheap now, but I will link them if I can find them. This one piece here was probably the biggest what do I do with it piece, and I'm like, I don't want to keep it in the bottom of the pantry because I don't want spiders to get in it, because several of the totes that I had in the pantry had dead spiders in them. And then all of a sudden I had this aha moment. Why am I not keeping this in my husband's truck? We have 2 of these. One of them I keep in the back of my car. And I can't tell you how many times we go and get groceries and we're like, oh, we forgot our frozen food tote. So he has gone to Goodwill right now to drop off some things. So when he gets back, I think we're just going to put this in his truck. Then he has one in his vehicle. I have one in my vehicle, and we don't have to worry about forgetting them from now on. I am finally done. It took several hours. I really didn't think this project was going to take this long, but it's one of those things that sometimes when you get in there, one thing leads to another, leads to another, leads to another. I didn't plan on taking everything out of the bottom of the pantry floor and vacuuming and moving and all that, but I had to do that because it was nasty. And those spiders. So I want to share with you what pile I have down here that is for donations and then selling. Now I'm not going to do all of the selling at one time because it's very overwhelming. So I'm going to share that with you, and then I'll go into the pantry and share with you what that looks like. So this is what the pile of selling and donations look like right now. And it was bigger earlier. My husband just took a slew of stuff, an entire pile, to Goodwill. I need to move that coat. So this is the box of donations right now. And then everything back here is stuff that I'm going to work on selling slowly. So, and that's not everything from the pantry. Some of that stuff has been sitting there, but that's how that is going right now. Then I'm going to put this in the attic. I don't like to put any tubs in the attic until my husband is here to help me because I'm clumsy and I do not want to fall down the attic stairs. And this is the pile of all of the bins that we are not using. I think there's like 6 or 7 there, so I'm excited. One or two are going to be used for Derek's toys that he likes to play with in the living room. So that is that. Now, before I give you a look at the pantry, let's do a quick before. Okay, and here is the pantry. Now, don't ignore the pantry as a whole. I just wanted to share with you I did a little bit of picking up, some organizing of the pans. Took everything down here out, vacuumed everything, put things back. Now, I think we're going to take those fire extinguishers out of the box so there's not spiders in them. I'm going to let my husband do that just in case there's a spider in the box. I don't want to deal with that. All right, now let's go behind here. And this is what it looks like now. So I'm going to share the whole thing with you. And look at all the empty space that I have. So a lot of stuff I'm selling and donating. And then some went in the attic. And look, empty. So the paint buckets went above the cabinets in the laundry room. I vacuumed, cleaned all of that. It was disgusting. And it looks so much better. So the very top up here, that is some decorations that for Christmas, and then some trays and things. I just don't want to get rid of it that I might end up using. Our popcorn buckets and change buckets. So we have a little change bucket in case we have some lying around. I moved the KitchenAid mixer up here. The only reason, this is the only spot it would fit besides the floor. And I really didn't want to put it up here because it's really heavy. It's going to have to be taken down by my husband. But I didn't want to keep it in the floor. That was nasty. It won't fit in any cabinets or anything in the kitchen. That is the drink dispenser that was on the other side. So I moved it over here to keep it out of the way because we don't use it a lot. But we do use it for like Christmas and Christmas Eve and all that. So here, those are the Halloween items I told you I wanted to keep and I didn't want to put in the attic. This right here is, these are extra 31 Gifts utility totes, and this is something we use for the beach. This is a thermal tote. So I wanted those to be collapsed down so spiders would not get in them. I didn't want them on the floor like they were. They were on the floor like crammed to the side. I didn't want that anymore. So they are up there. This shelf looks amazing. There's basically nothing on it, which feels good. So the only thing that is over here, these are my Christmas Ray Dunn platters that I use. These are things I use for different holidays to decorate. I can spray paint them any color. And then this is the seasonal decorations that I showed you, the signs for Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, spring, and all of that. All of that fit in one tub. And remember, it was taking up like 2 shelves. So that feels amazing. And then down here, these napkins were above the dog drawer unit down here. Yes, they were above the dog drawer unit. And I just thought that was very unsanitary. So I moved them up here since I had that space. Now my waffle iron has a spot instead of being crammed on top of a pot and pan. And then this is new. So I took one of these baskets and I put all of our bags that we use for grocery shopping in here. And most of them are in Ziploc bags, and you might wonder why. And those actually collapse down to little small balls with a string. And I will link those in the description below. I love these Be Green recycling. There's like 5 bags in one. I got them from Amazon. Love those. I will share those in the description below. Some links might be affiliate links, which means if you click a link and make a purchase, I make a small commission off the sale, but it does not affect the price for you at all. So I wanted to keep some of these in Ziploc bags just so spiders wouldn't get in them. So now instead of being on the floor, they're in a basket on a shelf. So you guys, that is what the seasonal decor looks like now, which is basically non-existent. So I'm very happy with how this project turned out. I was able to donate a lot, put stuff in the attic, and hopefully sell some things. I've posted it online. I will link my Mercari selling site below in case you're interested to ever see what I have for sale. So that is all for this seasonal decor decluttering video. That is hard to say. So the common question for today is going to be, what is your favorite holiday? Let's get a conversation going about that in the comments below. So you guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you give it a big thumbs up. By giving my videos a thumbs up, it shows YouTube you're engaged and you like my content, which means they'll start suggesting it and recommending it to more people, which means our community will grow and we'll continue to spread positivity. Also, I hope you hit that red subscribe button to become a part of our community and our mission to get organized on a budget and with a plan together. I hope you guys have a fantastic week, and until next time, bye you guys.